Welcome to the Chick-Fil-A You Follow Coaches Show. I'm joined by Coach Terrell Dringan once again. Game number 7 already upcoming this week. Every year, Coach, it seems like once you get into football season, it just goes.
Goes too fast.
It really does. And of course,
like we just started.
It really does. I mean, I don't know what it is, but perception or whatever, but it just goes by fast. Seems like when football season starts, you look around good and it's Thanksgiving. So, but great win last week. I mean,
Appreciate it.
you know, homecoming. There was a lot of things going on. We talked about it as we sat here last week. Distractions and different things with homecoming. It's just natural. A little slow start to the game last week for whatever reasons. I mean, I don't know, but once we got going, it was a great game. I've had several people, just casual fans, tell me that they were at the game and said it was just a great high school football game. You know, it's back and forth. It was exciting.
It was,
and we went forward on fourth down on the first possession. What were our thoughts with that?
Well, actually, I thought we could get a yard.
Obviously, you never go for it if you didn't think you were going to go for it.
So, yeah, like I told my DC, I said that was on me. Those 3 points was on me. But I wanted to keep our offense out there, and I know our offense can run the ball on them. So
right.
I wanted to try to jump on them early, and just send that message early, like we out here to win this game, and it kind of backfired on us, and we got stopped on the fourth down, and our defense ended up holding them though. So
yeah, I was going to say it was a great job by the defense, holding them to 3 points. That really made a difference. Obviously, it's 4 points they didn't have, but I mean, if they score a touchdown psychologically, it's a lot bigger momentum swing than just kicking the field goal. And as I think back in crucial situations this year, our fourth down percentage is pretty high. I don't have it in front of me, but that was a rare situation not to pick up a yard in that situation. Was there anything in particular? They just did a good job on the front.
I mean, they overloaded one side, and we kind of messed up the blocking scheme up front. But after we went back and watched the film, if we would have ran the counter the other way, it would have been out the gate probably for a touchdown.
Right.
But stuff happens. We didn't have a counter call then. We had a power call, and I mean they slanted the right way and had so many guys over there. We was outnumbered, so
that's right.
That went in their favor.
That's right. Well, it happens. I mean, you never can. You can't predict everything like that. How they're gonna line up. Like you said, is there ever in those situations? Is there an opportunity to audible out of what's called from the sidelines? Do we utilize audibles any?
Not on slam team. Not on our short yardage.
Okay.
Whatever the call come in, we sticking with that, unless I call a timeout.
That's right. So, I understand. Well, that's right. That's when the coaches upstairs start trying to get your attention. hey, coach. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, they went up 3-0, but we responded and scored the next 15 points, and Red scored and had another big first half. We had him with 100 yards in that first half, and of course he was slowed down. And we always talk about injuries, and we're going to talk about it a little earlier tonight, so I may bring him up. What's his status for tomorrow night?
Right now it'll be a game time decision. Right now, he's going to warm up, see how he feel. He haven't practiced all week, so like I said, it'll be a game time decision to see how he feel. If he's not at least 85-90%, I'm not going to chance it to put him out there with more region games to go. So
right. Well, 3 more region games to go. So it's a small region, I guess same size as it was last year, but typically there's eight teams in some regions. We've only got 6.
Yeah.
So
and I will say Torian Slaughter did a great job for us in the second half.
He really did. Scored was that his first rushing touchdown? I thought it was. 13 yards out.
It was. He came in, did a wonderful job for us, and he's been there all week at practice. He had a good practice this week, so we expect a big thing out of him. And I talk to him all the time, and I really don't have to say nothing to him. His older brother says something to him and talk to him, so I really don't have to say nothing to him. So really a slaughter to get on him. So I mean, but he had a wonderful second half for him, and we really needed that from him. And like I said before, he had a good week of practice.
Yeah, if you look at the stats, he was 11 carries for 49 yards. I mean, I don't have every game here, but I think that's his biggest output of the season.
It is, and I think that's good for his confidence, for him being a sophomore, to step in like that in a big game like that, homecoming game, up under those bright lights with everybody watching. I mean, and he performed well.
That's right. So overall, I mean, 465 yards of offense. That was after close to that many yards on the road at Pike road the week before. So I
Yeah.
mean, offensively, we're showing a lot of balance, and we're putting up a lot of stats as well. So things are going really well on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it is. Offense is moving the ball. You know, that's one thing we tell the offense all the time, especially when we tell Browning to once he get rolling and get them rolling. I mean, we pretty much do what we want to. We call what we call, and he get us in the right play. And I mean, everybody watches. We kind of like RPO based, you know. So, but Brown and 12 do a great job back there, leading that offense back there, and he know where to go with the ball. That's the main thing, that he know where to go with the ball.
Right. Well, that makes or breaks. I mean, man, you mentioned RPO. That's the first time I've heard you say that. I may not have been paying attention, but so are we actually calling that once we get the line? I mean, obviously we go with no huddle most of the time. So are we reading that or calling that?
I mean, that's the biggest thing with Browning. Like we call a play, but he got his decision to audible out of it, and he can audible out in the pass, keep it in the run. So that's all on him right there. So that's the good thing to having him back there as that senior leadership, know where to go with the ball, been playing wide receiver, so he knows his reads and all of that. So that's that positive side of having him back there.
Right. Well, I mean,
And he's a smart kid on top of that. So
that's right. That really shows. Another thing that was good from the ball game, we hadn't talked about specifics, but no turnovers. I mean, that's always big.
Good. That's always.
And like I said, sitting here last week, people tend to ask me, "What do you think? You think we got?" I said, "Listen, I tell people, I said, we don't turn the ball, we'll beat just about anybody." Yeah. And so no turnovers, and the 3 turnovers we got, 2 of them were big.
Correct.
So I mean, so turnovers are always important. They're hard to predict. So, and speaking of turnovers, and we're going to talk about Carroll later, but I noticed, and I don't know how accurate it is, but from what I could tell against Navarre, they had 3 turnovers, and Navarre didn't turn the ball over. Mm-hmm. Have you watched that? I'm sure you've watched that film.
I have.
So, but anyway, I guess we'll step aside.
I have Keith got a comment here on the Pell City game and all with Coach Prost. A lot of people say things about Coach Prost and all, but he has proven himself to be one of the best coaches, one of the better coaches in the state of Alabama and Georgia.
Right.
And through his career, he's accomplished quite a bit. And I've been knowing Coach Jernigan ever since he was 10 years old, Keith, like you and like Doug and all. And Coach Jernigan's never been about Coach Jernigan. It's always been about team.
That's right.
And
one team, one town, one tradition.
That's it. And he's always loved to compete. You know that.
Right.
And he's a great competitor. But overall, let's just face it. Friday night was a big win in your young coaching career. I know there's many more to come, but as a head coach, this is only your second year, and you put together a great coaching staff. We know it's evident already. But touching on a few things that Coach Prost has accomplished. I mean, I've been coaching football since 1989, 32 years of coaching, and 5 state titles in Alabama, which you'll receive yours in the future. We know to come. He's had 2 titles in Georgia, and we were just talking about it earlier. He was national champion at Moultrie in Coffee County in 2015. So, he's accomplished a lot with 296 wins. And as a young coach like yourself, to defeat someone like that, I think you need, you've gotten recognition for doing it, but that's really, a contribute to your coaching and you're being competitive. And, to you right now, I know it's your time of life. It means more to you to see the guys, see the kids that you're coaching, accomplish and do things that you have worked with them on. So, Coach, congratulations to you.
I really appreciate that, Coach Irvin, man. But I can't take all the credit for that. Like you said before, my coaching staff, I got a fantastic coaching staff that they go in and day out, and they work their butts off in their game planning and that practice, breaking down film and all that. But you hit on it. But my coaching staff, they need all the credit for that, because they do a wonderful job.
Well, you deserve some yourself. Congratulations. With many more to come.
That's right. We'll continue to look back to Pell City, and we'll start previewing Carroll after we come back on the Chick-Fil-A If You Follow Coaches show. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-Fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by others.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula 4-687-0358.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
Congratulations. I mean, they presented a big challenge. I know Pell City 6A school, and that was the fourth largest school we played this year. I mean,
Yeah.
and even the record at 2-2. I mean, started off, Enterprise didn't go well, but then rebounded against Stanhope, turned the ball over so much, against Pike Road 2 weeks ago. I mean, it's hard to win when you turn the ball over that much, and then came home and, Pell City was off the week before. Did they do anything much? Did they change anything up much?
They did. Offensively, they came out in about 3 different formations they haven't showed all year. That diamond formation where four was coming out the backfield, they haven't showed it all year. But like you said, they was off the week before, so they had time, to put some new stuff in.
Right.
But kudos to Coach Rivers. He do an outstanding job at making adjustments on the sideline in the halftime.
Right. And that's one thing. I'm glad you brought that up. we talked about that during the game at halftime of the game, how at Pike Road the adjustments were great. I mean, they didn't put up any offensive points in the second half, and then same situation Friday night. I mean, they had a 25-18 lead at halftime, and they scored one touchdown in the second half, but it was after we already had a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Coach Rivers and that defensive staff do a great job. I'm just putting this out here. Coach Rivers, he's a good one now. He's a good one. Hopefully I can hold on to him for a couple of more years, but he's a good one, and he will be a head coach one day somewhere.
Right. But talking about the game flow, we came back and took a 15-3 lead. Then they scored a point, touchdown, drew within 5, and then we kicked a field goal. Second week in a row, Cooper's kicked a field goal. That's
Wingate been kicking very, very good for us, and like I said before, I'm going to give him that work and win situations like that. But that was a nail biter right there, and game going, like you said, going back and forth, and we really needed that field goal. But he was doing a great job handling all kicking duties. Heido been out with I think a quad injury, so Wingate been having to handle all kicking duties, and he's been doing a wonderful job with that.
Speaking of that, I mean, we saw last year, he was a freshman last year. We noticed as the year went on, his legs seemed like it got stronger, even during the football season. Well, this year it seems the same way because those kickoffs, I mean, most of the time he's been pushing it, but he kicked some deep ones. He kicked some inside the 10-yard line, which is
One thing about Coop, he works hard. He comes up on Sundays before we get started with our install and stuff, and he goes out there and he kicks, and his daddy with him out there, and they go out there and kick. And in the off season, he's in there working out with us. He even come and sit in with the receivers in the meeting rooms. I mean, so he's nonstop working, and it shows at night on Friday nights.
That's right. Well, this is we're kind of going with the flow here, but what does a kicker do to increase his leg strength?
I mean, basically the off season, get in that weight room, and we own him in the weight room in there and doing lower body. But me personally, I think the more he's out there kicking, and Cooper do a great job at it. He goes out there and practice different types of kicks, onside kicks, even practice time running down. We had to hurry up and get him out there. He's leaving the sideline, setting up the kick. I mean, so I just think as long as you're kicking and you got that accuracy with you, I mean, that makes you a better kicker.
Yeah, we scored a lot of points this year, and he's had opportunity to kick. I guess he's 2 for 2 on field goals so far, and
also Coach Anderson works with him too. That's my kicking coach. Coach Anderson works with him, so he probably can tell you more about kickers. That's really not my forte right there.
Mine either when it comes to place kicking and things like that. Punt a little bit, but
my question I always have is how you do it at warm-ups. Where the last one he kicked it from, what deep is he kicked it from at warm-ups, and so we go from there.
So speaking of that, what is I mean, you see in practice or whatever. I know when they're putting it on the little trainer or whatever you want to call it, the little thing that holds it on. What do you call that? Is it a
tee holder?
A tee holder, ball holder? I don't know. But when he's kicking, we watch him kicking. But as far as actually a practice kicking practice with a snap and a hold and all that, what's Cooper's range?
I'll say, and I ask Coach Anderson all the time and Coach Rivers to tell me in pregame warm-ups, but I say comfortable. He's probably right there at 37, 38 in range, right at 40-yard range right there.
Okay. Well, he kicked. Did he not kick 130 some odd yards?
Yes, from the right hash.
I was thinking so. 37, I thought. Yeah. So that's why I was asking, because that's knocking on the door of 40. So I mean, I thought we're changing gears completely, but I saw where Auburn High's kicker kicked 59-yarder on the road at Ramsey Friday night. That's just crazy, and it hit the net. I saw the replay. It hit the net, so that was crazy. But Cooper might be doing that by his senior year.
Oh yeah.
So, but anyway, but even after having the 18-10 lead, they came back and took a 25-18 lead. So, what kind of conversation goes on in the halftime locker room? Obviously, the defense, Coach Rivers did their job of making adjustments to what they were, the new formations or whatever. But
I mean, basically, it wasn't any panic. I mean, because we knew offensively, we could move the ball on them. We knew that we had everything that we wanted there. And it was just a matter of just putting everything together. Then where Red went down, and that kind of hurt us a little bit in the second quarter right there. So Coach Cornegay and Coach Lamb and my offense staff, Coach May, Coach Lowry had to make some adjustments. And we did that. But the big thing is it wasn't any panic. You know, normally you come in panicking, you had the lead, then you gave the lead up, and then you come in panicking. But it wasn't panicking. It would just get your guys, Coach Rivers down there with the defense, Coach Cornegay over with the offense, and it was like just take a deep breath. Like we've been here before, we've been in big games before. You know, that's why we went down to Enterprise for that big game. That's why we scheduled Stan Hope for that big game at 6A and Pike Road. So I mean, my boys didn't panic at all. It was just, hey, we got this. Senior leadership stepped up in Brown, and hey, we went to him. Hey, we're gonna run you more. You know, Red went down. We're gonna run you more. You have to have more carries. And I mean, he was up for the challenge. And then defensively, Jay Moss. I mean, he took senior leadership. And you know, they doing this. Coach River told them what they was doing. Hey, we can stop these guys. And basically, they went out and got the job done.
That's right. They had one run that really hurt us. Otherwise, we'd shut them down on the ground in the first half.
And it's kind of like I said last week. Anytime that we have someone running wide open, and that goes for anybody, like on that long touchdown pass, we had a bust in coverage when we let 4 win right down the middle of the field wide open. And it's always, well, I thought he was in this, I thought we was in this, and you're not on the same page. That's why I always preach to them communication. As long as y'all on the same page back there, like we're good.
Right.
And they weren't on the same page. So that bust in coverage gonna hurt you every time.
So did those new formations they came out with, moving them around, did that contribute to the busted coverage, the misalignment?
A little, yes, it did. It did. And like you said, after halftime is when Coach Rivers went in there and made adjustments and kind of shut that down in the second half. I mean, they still made some plays. That 4 they had was a baller now. I mean, he was a player. And so I mean, they still made some plays, but they didn't make that big play. That big play to kill us in our defense, you know, bend don't break. And sometimes we bend, but they bowled up when they needed to bowl up and got the turnovers.
Well, that was the thing. They had one, and I'm not looking at the summaries, but that I remember they had one sustained drive the whole game. They hit some chunk plays. They had a 70-yard pass for a touchdown, a 56-yard pass for a touchdown. He busted that 4th and short where he popped out the other side.
Quarterback sneak.
Right, on a quarterback sneak. But by and large, they did not just methodically drive the ball down the field.
But the big key to that was that special team. We won the special team phase.
Right.
And that's kudos to Cooper and his kicks and kickoff team getting down there covering kicks. Because anytime we kick that pooch kick, everybody say they can catch that ball but that ball is hanging up in the air for a long time. People running down there, but it's harder. Like people don't know. People be nervous when they come down running full speed at you. And Coop put him exactly where we want him at every time. And he kicked some, like you said, he kicked some deep inside the 10. So you really couldn't get no feel of where he's gonna kick it at because he can kick it all over the field.
I know it was the first time he kicked it deep, they fumbled the ball. Coincidence or not, but I think the second time he kicked it deep, they fumbled the ball. I think both of the fumbles was when he kicked it deep. It was out of the ordinary. The guy had to run back. It went over his head. He ran back and was just, I don't know, maybe he just didn't concentrate on his ball security like he normally would have.
We recovered one of them.
We recovered both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them. We recovered both of them. So, I mean, that was just great. Like you said, one special teams. You can be +2 on the special teams. You got pretty good chances.
Big chance.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, but then, just really took control of the second half. I mean, when you go up 2 touchdowns, you got to feel pretty good about it. Of course, they threw the ball, showed the ability to strike fast, but after the defense settled in, we felt pretty comfortable with it. But then we felt a lot better when the clocks read all zeros. So, but they threw for over 300 yards. And speaking of that, I mean, Carroll has shown the ability to throw the ball, so we'll talk about that as we move into that week. So you're going to see another passing attack, but Grosh, or however you pronounce his name, he was a lot more effective in space than just lining him up at quarterback. He had played a quarterback, I think, against us the whole game the previous year, correct?
Yeah, he played for quarterback last year, but new coaching change up there. Me personally, they was better coached this year than last year. So with better coaches come with better players, and like same kid from last year, but he's better coach. So they do a little more stuff with him, and kudos to them. He's a good player and with a great coaching staff behind him.
So we were talking about before we went off the air Friday night. We said that might be the last time Eufaula ever plays Pell City. It's a long way apart.
We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Over
3 hours up the road. So but we'll as we leave Pell City, we will. If anyone has any questions from the audience?
Well, we do have a question. I think Coach just covered it. Question was, why are we still pooch kicking when our deep kicks produce miscues and turnovers last week. But I think in your explanation of him pooching it and hard when guys are running downfield coming at you.
Correct. That pooch kick caused 2 turnovers for us.
Well, and the thing about it was that we talked about was they weren't ready for the deep kick. They went over the head both times. They had to retreat. They couldn't set up their return. The timing was off, I would think.
It was, but the thing about it, to answer that question that you just asked, I mean, when you got an elite athlete like Ford was, do you want to take a chance of kicking it back there?
Right.
No. Like, you don't want to take a chance of kicking back there. Now, we start pushing it, and they start moving him around and bringing him up. Then that's when we surprise him, kick it over the head deep. So that's the main reason when they got a dynamic athlete. And I mean, we got one this week coming up. We ain't gonna kick it to him. So I can tell you that right now. I'm not taking that chance to kick it to him.
Good coaching in my.
Well, you kind of keep them guessing. I mean, that's the best thing. And the fact that he buried it, that pooch kick didn't always come down here to his right side. We kicked it left some. We kicked it various places.
And that's the good thing that we love. We have that with Coop, and he can kick it anywhere. And Coach Rivers, Coach Anderson work with the kickers, but Coach Rivers, they do a wonderful job of moving it around. I mean, anywhere we ask Coop to kick it, he can put it there. If not, he's gonna work on it.
Right.
Someone says it's Ozark's homecoming, and wants to know what's the travel schedule like. Does it change?
I don't think it's their homecoming. I'm pretty sure it's not their homecoming. I'd be surprised if it is. A Reach game for homecoming, I don't think so.
I think it's military appreciation.
Yeah,
or something like that.
That's what I think it is, but it's not homecoming.
Right. The travel schedule, would you change it if?
No, travel schedule stays the same. We don't change nothing. We want to basically keep same times, getting out of class. You know, you want to eat by 3:15. You know, so they still have something left on their stomachs when we get there. So we probably arrive down there in the Ozark no later than 4:50. Get there, get the field and stuff set up. So same travel itinerary.
Okay, that's all the questions we have.
Okay.
Now.
And like I said, with them coming off a bye week last week, and then Carroll's going to be coming off a bye week again this week. How that happens, I guess that shows respect for you, Paula, right? That we get back-to-back teams off bye week. So anyway, it worked last week. We hope we go 2 for 2 on that, but we'll talk about that as we come forward. We'll recognize this week's Player of the Week is a familiar face after we come back on the Chick-Fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
In sports, every point counts, and at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
R.W. Wingate and Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate and Company for your accounting needs.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-70.
Barber County's original newspaper for local news is the Clayton Record. The Clayton Record is a Cherry Hill media publication that has been around for over 150 years, covering Barber County and the surrounding area. Online and print subscriptions are available starting as low as $2.99 per month. Call them today to sign up and never miss what's going on. Visit www.claytonrecord.com or call 334-775-3254. Covering the county from the county seat, the Clayton Record.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-Fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken. Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.